it is important that each person wants to show up in excellence, because when we start having to fill in for each other, yeah, the job might get done, but it's not going to get done well because that's not my role, right? If I decided, well, I don't want to host the podcast today, so my husband got to get up here and host, it'll be a good podcast, but it won't be, I'll just let myself in with Lish Speaks because he's not Lish Speaks. If I decided, well, he can't do it, I'm just going to throw these cameras on, it'll look all right. It'll look all right. Some of y'all see my content I do for Instagram. Sometimes it's blurry. I just be doing my best, honey. But because this is what he does, he makes it excellent. And so partnership and understanding strengths and weaknesses and who's supposed to be doing what when is important. And it also is important to understand who is accountable versus who is responsible, right? So if I am accountable for something getting done, it doesn't necessarily mean I have to be responsible for it getting done. And that's a really important part of partnership and delegation, right? When you're hiring out vendors or you're reaching out to people for help. If I am responsible for preparing for the podcast, or preparing for a show, God willing, I have a show one day, right? I may have a team full of researchers, and right, this is like my dream, y'all. I may have a team. I can see the room. I'll have a team of people who research topics, and we will sit down and we'll talk about it. But at the end of the day, I am going to be responsible for conveying the message to my audience, right? That is my responsibility. Nobody can do that for me.